So it's been a solid week of training. I still have one more leg day tomorrow morning, Saturday, and then I'll do an open mat right after that. And then I will be done for the week, and I'll take Sunday as a rest day before I start back over on Monday. I feel real banged up today. I feel like between the rounds and the lifting, my body is hurting. So I'm looking forward to some recovery. Today on my memories, it popped up a picture of my wife and my daughter when she was a little baby in our garage when we first started training out of the garage here, and all we had was a squat rack and some dumbbells and some TRXs, and it just makes me be really thankful for the growth that we had. We didn't do anything special to grow our business, but we just didn't give up. We put every dollar that we were making back into the business. I wasn't willing to cut corners with the gym equipment that I wanted to fill our gym with. The easy way out would have been to order all of one brand from a certain supplier and go with the cheaper route. But instead, I took a deep dive into who made the best version of each specific machine, whether it was a leg press, leg extension, overhead press. And so I took the time and decided, okay, hey, I'm gonna get this piece. I would keep my eye on Facebook Marketplace till I maybe found a gym getting rid of it, or if I found a retailer or reseller selling that piece. I spent many weekends just driving all over the country, picking up certain pieces of equipment to where I feel so confident that we have such a solid lineup of machines in our gym. I'm really proud of the place we've gotten to. We don't have the biggest space in Conway, but dude, I think we have the best selection of gym equipment as far as like getting a solid workout and having the best version of each thing. It took longer than if I would have went the other way, but it was worth it. That was the sacrifice of, okay, I'm gonna spend a little bit more money, or I'm gonna drive an extra state or two over. I'm gonna wait a few more months so I can make sure I get the right piece. That was the delayed gratification, because it would have been really nice to just fill up our gym with something maybe subpar. Probably could have got away with it. Most people don't know the difference between a Prime leg extension or an Atlantis leg extension versus like just some knockoff brand made in China. But the real lifters know the difference, because there's a big difference. I was not willing to concede that for our gym, and I'm very thankful that we got to this place now, because I'm really proud of the gym we built. It wasn't just me, it wasn't just Chrissy, it was everybody on our team working together to build this dream of ours. One saying in wrestling was, if you gave every person that helped you get to the top of the podium a piece of your gold medal, you'd be left with one speck. I keep that same mindset with business, because we have so many trainers that all contributed to getting us to the place we are today. And we're not done. We're still grinding. We're still growing. But it starts with doing the small things well, taking care of clients and really caring about them and their results and their mental state and all the different factors that come into reaching your goals and becoming a healthier, best version of you. I truly think that we have built something special. We are building something special, and it comes with one brick at a time and not cutting corners. I try to keep that mindset, whether it's my training and grappling, whether it's my weightlifting or my business or being a parent. It's do the hard things well and don't take the easy way out, because you might not get that instant gratification, but down the road your future self will thank you that you didn't take the easy way. Gosh. All right, we're doing some heavy hack squats. Here's a few tips for an effective hack squat. One is really brace yourself hard into that pad. Make sure there's no wiggle room. You want all of that tension going straight through your legs. And so, if you really want to emphasize your quads, make sure your feet are closer together and farther back on the foot plate, allowing your knees to go over your toes, ensuring that your quads are getting the maximum stretch possible in the bottom. We're just gonna sit here till I don't feel like I'm gonna throw up anymore. So Saturday morning, we're here hitting leg day before we go to open mat later. I'm starting out with some adductor abductors, getting as much blood pumped into those muscles as possible, doing like 15 to 20 reps on both. And I did 4 sets of each, followed by lying leg curls on the prime lying leg curl. Started light with a lot of reps with just 145, and then I added a second plate, and then added 25 on the top horn to add a little bit more weight on the fully extended part of the movement. We followed with 4 sets of 8 to 10 on hack squat. And then I'm gonna be doing some hip thrusts, followed by leg extensions. And I'm gonna do probably 5 or 6 sets of leg extensions and completely burn them out until I can't hardly walk. And hopefully feel extremely wobbly going into open mat. And so if I can beat people when my legs don't work, I can beat people when my legs do work. So let's get it. Okay, here's what I mean by getting the most out of your leg extension. First, we wanna drop the seat back. I go all the way back as far as it'll let me. I want to be leaning back, getting this hip angle as open as possible because that's gonna give me the most quad extension. Secondly, I wanna put the roller pad as far back as it will go, allowing my knees to close off as much as possible. We have this hustle pad that adds even more range of motion to the bottom. And dude, it lights your quads up. And then lastly, what we're gonna do is grab the handles and locking ourselves into the pads as hard as possible, making sure our butt is not coming off the pad. And we're putting all that tension in our quads. And then we're gonna keep it controlled, not bouncing out of the bottom, but allowing ourselves to come to a stop before coming back up. Keeping that quad tension the whole time, not using momentum, not slinging the weights, but controlling it, and it will burn.